seek is the beginning. Ahsoka Tano's full.
Star Wars has obliquely connected the narrative of the High Republic era to Obi-Wan Kenobi's hidden path. The difficulty faced by Jedi and other Force-sensitive individuals in surviving Order 66 was portrayed by Obi-Wan Kenobi. They were being brutally pursued by Darth Vader's Inquisitors. They were unable to utilize their powers for fear of someone discovering them, and they were left to deal with their sorrow and loss on their own. Before a young Leia Organa vanished, Obi-Wan was in the same boat and searched the galaxy for her. Obi-Wan discovers the hidden path on their way home. It's a covered system used to save those who are being pursued by the Empire, Jedi in particular. Since then, the significance of the hidden path to the Star Wars narrative has increased. The story of Star Wars Jedi Survivor revolves on it. The protagonists of the game assist civilians on Jedha until their base is destroyed. Cal Kestis, the main character and survivor of Order 66, eventually finds a secret planet that would be ideal for a haven. The hidden path was undoubtedly developed in reaction to the horrifying events of Order 66, but its general idea is uncannily similar to that of a darker civilization that predated Obi-Wan Kenobi's events by more than 300 years. The events of Star Wars, Episode I, The Phantom Menace take place millennia previously in the High Republic. The narrative is divided into 3 sections. Phase I occurs even earlier, some 350 years before Anakin Skywalker is discovered on Tatooine, while Phases I and II occur about 200 years before the events of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. The Jedi are at the pinnacle of their power during the second chapter of the High Republic, traveling the galaxy and bringing peace wherever it is required. One would ask how the High Republic Phase II and Obi-Wan Kenobi are related, considering how much time has passed between them. According to Emily Shkukani and Pablo Hidalgo's Dawn of Rebellion, the visual guide, this passage obviously alludes to Justina Ireland's Phase II novel Path of Deceit, which introduces the Path of the Open Hand, a Force cult. The Way of the Open Hand honored the Force, but they also thought that using it meant taking use of its power. Someone else perishes when a Jedi uses their powers to rescue one life. The Mother, the leader of the Path of the Open Hand, concluded that eliminating all Force wielders was the only viable option to safeguard the Force in response to this alleged threat. Like the hidden path, the Path of the Open Hand attracted followers by providing refuge to displaced people, abandoned children, and exiles. In the end, those who were disenfranchised or left to fend for themselves were promised protection and stability by both the hidden path and the Path of the Open Hand. Having created a full facility on the planet Dalna and a spacecraft, the Gaze Electric, with their own hands, the Path of the Open Hand was completely self-sufficient. Eventually, their influence extended to Jedha as well. The Jedha link is important even though the hidden path is purportedly created by a man called Colin Roken, whose wife was killed by the Inquisitors. Jedi Sara Junda and Eno Cordova, who were employed by the hidden path, established an archive on Jedha in Jedi Survivor. It is plausible that they came across allusions to the Path of the Open Hand and were motivated by the superficial objectives and strategies of the cult without being aware of its actual background. While the Path of the Open Hand and the hidden path are not necessarily the same, their fundamental methods are unquestionably comparable. Similar to the hidden path, the Path of the Open Hand made a special effort to disseminate its knowledge and secrets to far-off worlds in an effort to enlist new followers and save others. While Obi-Wan Kenobi's hidden path is comparable, its underlying assumptions are far less hazardous.